I'm not trying to attack Oliver Anthony. This is going to be a lesson in economics 101. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Oliver Anthony of the Richmond, north of Richmond fame, criticizing a Knoxville, Tennessee music venue called Cotton Eye Joe because of their high ticket prices for a show that he was booked to perform at. Now, that show has been canceled. We'll get to why it was canceled in a minute. But the tickets were between $90 and $200. Now, Oliver Anthony's like, hey, I don't like charging my fans anything more than $40. And sometimes I'll do a free show. So you guys don't buy that ticket. Don't go to Cotton Eye Joe, artist that and the third. And Cotton Eye Joe responded saying, hey, you wanted to get paid X for a 60-minute set. So we priced our tickets accordingly. Now, before we get into it, let's go ahead and play the original, I guess you would say, response from Oliver Anthony. Then we're going to get into all the details. And again, this is not going to be an attack on him. This is going to be a lesson in economics. If you want to get paid X, then the venue, the company, or whatever who's paying you must charge Y. It's very simple. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
I had to pull off on the side of the road and make this video. My adrenaline's pumping, man. I'm pissed off right now. And don't buy Cotton Eye Joe tickets for $99 a piece. And sure as hell don't buy VIP passes for whatever bullshit price they're on. I have a buddy of mine who's not a booking agent. He's a friend of mine. He's a full-time plumber, and I'm trying to hire him full-time as my booking agent. And he agreed to this show, I guess, without asking for what the ticket prices are. Don't pay $100 for a ticket. That's horse. If we've got to cancel the venue and play somewhere else, we will. I didn't agree to it, and I don't want you to pay it. So please don't. I'm just trying to get the word out now. I don't know when the event got posted, but just.
Okay, so that's the video right there. He's saying, hey, the tickets are way too much. Don't buy that. I got a friend of mine who's a full-time plumber. I wanted to be my booking agent, artist and that, and the third. He agreed to the pricing or whatever. Now, first of all, my man, you are riding the wave right now. You need to have some staff around you to understand what they're doing, and you need to talk to your staff. Before you go make a video on the internet, talk to your staff, talk to your team, and figure out what's going on, because now you're kind of throwing Cotton Eye Joe, the venue, under the bus, and that's kind of like burning a bridge. You might want to cross that bridge again. But anyway, hire a road manager, booking agent, and make sure they got your best interests at heart. And again, communicate with them. Now, Cotton Eye Joe has responded. This is a Facebook post, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go ahead and read this. And I think after we get through this, it'll be a little bit more clear what's going on here. Now, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for the customers of the world famous Cotton Joe. Most times we say a show is being canceled due to circumstances beyond our control. Well, we are canceling the Oliver Anthony show under our full control. All refunds will be made in the next few business days to your original form of payment. The Northman of Richmond contracted to play the Cotton Eye Joe for $120,000 for 60 minutes. Let's pause right there. See, that's the problem. You want this high amount of money. Well, how are you going to get paid that amount of money if the ticket prices don't reflect it? But we'll keep on reading. After doing the math and knowing we can only hold approximately 1,500 people, paying the ticket website their fee to sell the tickets, paying the tax man, and opening the Joe on a closed night, we set the ticket price to break even. So not even to make a profit, just to break even, just to put on the show and pay everybody, and with no profit for the actual venue. We wanted to break even and bring our customers a show we thought would be fun. To our talent agency and promoter friends that follow us, be careful booking the Northman of Richmond. So the show was supposed to be at the end of the month. They went ahead and canceled it because Oliver Anthony went on the internet and kind of went on the rant against Cotton Eye Joe because of the ticket prices. Now, again, I'm not trying to attack Oliver Anthony. I'm going to say it again. This is not even really about him. This is about just basic economics. People, I think, don't really understand the way things work. If you want to get paid that amount of money, and he didn't, Oliver Anthony never denied wanting to get paid that amount of money. If you want to get paid that, you got to understand you can't just charge $20, $30, $40 for a ticket. You got to charge a little bit more. And once you kind of zoom out and look at other music acts, it's really not that bad. Okay, it's not that bad for his popularity right now. That's a okay ticket price. All right, especially if you want to get paid six figures for a 60-minute set. How are you going to get paid that much money and only charge $20, $40 for a ticket? Oliver said that he only got paid $35,000 for a show. Like his max fee he's ever gotten for a show was $35,000. So if you were charging people in that show $40 for a ticket, how are you going to get paid quadruple the purse and still keep the prices the same? That's not how that works. This is like the McDonald's argument. Let me just show something right quick. Okay, do you see this right here? This is a McChicken, and it costs $4.29. Now, if you live in the area where labor and tax and whatnot is not as expensive as this particular place may be, this sandwich may not cost that much. It may cost $3, $2, or whatever the case may be. But if you're living in California and they're saying fight for 15, we want $20 an hour to flip burgers, what you're going to have is prices like this. You're going to pay, after taxes, $5 for a McChicken sandwich. Back in the day, that might have been $1. But you want to get paid this amount of money to flip burgers, okay. Well, what's going to happen is we're going to raise the cost of our goods and services to pay you your money. And we're going to cut costs in other places. So there's going to be fewer cashiers, fewer cooks, more automation, and higher prices. And you're going to experience that same thing wherever you go. So you're getting paid more money, but in essence, you have the same amount of money or less. And if you have any savings, that's worth less as well. Again, this is not about him. This is about economics 101. Now, let's get to his response to what Cotton Eye Joe said. He says, Cotton Eye Joe claims we are charging people $120,000 per show. They didn't say that. What they said was, that's what you charge them, not people, just them. And then he says they have since turned off the comments, but I wanted to clarify, the most I've ever made on the show is $35,000. We've done 2 shows in North Carolina that were completely free and have another free show scheduled in Kentucky for a cancer benefit. Well, the Cotton Eye Joe show was not free, and that's okay. If, you want to get paid $120, then it is what it is. My booking guy handled all of this on the phone with them, and I realized there are 2 sides to every story. But I personally talked with Cotton Eye Joe on the phone about not charging extra for the meet and greet. That's why I was so upset seeing them charging $200 for it. I felt like they suckered us into playing there just so they could make extra money off of y'all. But they said they were just trying to break even. So, I mean, what's what? You wanted to make the $120,000. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're trying to tax the company the money, but you don't understand the company gets the money from the people. They don't just have money magically come into their pocket from nowhere. They got to charge people ticket prices, and then they could pay you, Oliver. So it's not about the company trying to make money off of the people. It's about them trying to pay you your fee from the people who you are going to be entertaining, because where else does the money come from? That being said, I wish them the best. All the fault ultimately is with me. I should have been more thoroughly involved in the booking. You're right. And I should probably consider using a professional consultant in this area. There's no reason why tickets should have went up for sale before a contract was signed. The good news is we have already found multiple other options for $25 admission venues in Knoxville that can accommodate more people. The same week this show was scheduled for, we will still be having a good time in Knoxville soon. So maybe the objective here is to get paid your $120,000, but in a bigger venue, so you could charge less money for the tickets. Is that what it is? Because ultimately, are you going to just reduce your fee? Because that'll cut down on ticket prices right there. A solution to this would have been to call Cotton Eye Joe and say, hey, you know what? I don't really want to charge that amount of money. Let's reduce my fee to $65,000 rather than $120. Just cut it in half and then you could charge closer to the $40 for your ticket prices. Rather than 200, it could be 100 max, and median like $50. That would have been a proper solution rather than going on the internet and making the video. Anyway, so he says he's going to have a new venue and new details and all this, that, and the third. Now, remember this story right here about the dad in Massachusetts who spent $21,000 on Taylor Swift tickets. Now, I understand that Oliver Anthony is not on a level of a Beyonce, a Taylor Swift, a Bad Bunny, Drake, all these people, Morgan Wallen, all these people, you know, that's a whole different thing. I understand. But ticket prices, $100 for a ticket is not that much, even for a guy in his particular range. Here's an ad right here. Let's look at this. Okay, we got Drake. How much is Drake gonna cost for tickets? All right. So Atlanta, Georgia, State Farm. Let's look at it right here. All right. So the prices start at $329 and go all the way to $41,000. $41,000. And if you want nosebleed, you're paying $329 plus tax and everything. Now, of course, again, Drake is a whole different level. But I'm saying sometimes these things cost money. And I'm sure Drake is going to get a big bag of money for this show. A big bag of money. The bag of money you get is going to be reflected in the ticket prices. Drake can charge $40,000 for a ticket, $329 for the nosebleed. And if you are Oliver Anthony, you're riding the wave right now, you're playing a small venue, and you want $120,000, yeah, you're going to have high ticket prices. That's just economics 101. But as I close, I want to say this. If you want to get paid more money from whatever you're doing, if you're flipping burgers, you're an engineer, you're digging ditches, whatever you're doing, you got to understand the market. Okay, how much are people paying for that particular good, service, whatever you're doing? How much is that paying? You see what I do right here on the internet with the videos and everything? Advertisers pay X amount of money, and I'm able to get paid from the advertisers. That's kind of how that works when you're talking about ad revenue. Or if you go to my store, okay, you could buy something, and I might make X amount from whatever kind of product you purchase on my store. All right, now, if I want to make more money, then I charge more money. But if the demand is not as high as what I want it to be, then I'm charging higher prices. I'm going to get a lower return. This is just all basic business. And I think Oliver Anthony, he's new to all this. He is a guy that is just probably out there in Farmville, which is pretty much BFE territory, middle of nowhere, Virginia. This is all kind of new. So he's just trying to figure it out. But my advice to you, this is free. This is free consultation, Oliver, free consultation. Before you go make a video about anything, ask questions behind the scenes, figure out what's going on, come to a resolution, because when you put videos out there, it's permanent. And then not only Cotton Eye Joe will have a bad taste in their mouth, but also other venues you may go to in the future. Hey, I don't want to deal with what they dealt with. I'm going to just avoid it. So again, talk to people behind the scenes, figure out resolutions before you go make a video and make a mess. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about the whole ticket price kerfuffle? Is it as simple as if you want to get paid X, then the venue must charge Y? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. It's basic economics. You know, it can go to the same thing, fight for 15, fight for 20. Oh, I need to get a living wage, all this, that, and the third. Okay, how do wages get paid? How are you able to actually procure that kind of money? That's my question. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.